Hi guys, so today we're going to make that cute little Valentine gift box that you saw in the intro, very similar to some of the items I was making over Christmas time, using our Cricut, or at least my Cricut design space. Hopefully it's something you can make with whatever electronic die cutting machine you have. We can do something like this with dies, but we'll have to manipulate it a little bit differently. And maybe I'll follow up with a video on that because that would be really cute actually. So anyway, hopefully you can see the box has like a little base, some cute stuff on it using free designs. Of course, I'll link it in the description box, the free cut file for you guys to grab, along with any other affiliate links. Well, that's not an affiliate link, but if I have an affiliate link for any of the other items I'll be using, I will link those. And that would mean I would make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. And thank you guys for using them. I really appreciate it. Again, the pricing isn't any different. Well, I guess the pricing is different if you use my Ecstasy Crafts one, because if you use that, you get 10% off just by using the link. And if the link for some reason didn't work, like the 10% off didn't drop in, you also have a code there that you can use. But what I'm trying to say is, like on HSN or Ulta or wherever, if you have a coupon or any other deal, it'll still work and it'll still be there for you. So it doesn't raise the price, should I say. And then also, you can consider them basically generic links. Like it'll go to a certain product, but if you just shop for anything else while you're there, it'll be the same affiliate relationship. So I really appreciate it, guys. So yeah, I just took a while to make this right now. Hopefully the video when I edit it is quicker, because I was like, oh, that doesn't work. And then I went back and I didn't want to waste your guys' time with my mistakes. Not that the machine wasn't working or the Cricut design space wasn't working, because that was fine. It's just something that I wasn't, putting in correctly, like numbers. So I don't want to bore you guys with those details or those issues. So let's just get right to the computer and we'll get going. Okay, so here we go. Again, having no idea what it is that I want to do, but let's not give them any more money. I love this, 99 cents. And now that actually gives me an idea. I was going to come on here and just make like a heart. But let me see. Okay, let's just do a new project. And again, always set your machine type to like a bigger machine. If you do Joy Extra or Joy, it's only going to give you the option of things that are small enough to get cut on that. And that's kind of a bummer because you can resize things, right? But if something's a big project or a big die cut, they're going to tell you it doesn't work for your machine type, or they won't even show it to you, to be honest, when you go to look for things. So anyway, something to think about. Let's go to images and see that little coffee cup is there. Let's say free. I don't know if they're going to have one because we'll see, but coffee. Oh, did that. Hello. Yes. Okay. Hold on. I mean, those are cute too, but I want more of like that latte kind of thing. Maybe I should put latte. This has some of the style going on, but not really. Oh, onesie, that'd be cute too. I'm gonna keep searching terms to see if I can find something that will work, and I don't want to waste your guys' time, so let me just keep looking, and if I don't find anything, then we'll just move on. I'll do the heart that I was imagining. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, guys, I was looking for a paper cup. I mean, even if you have a design where it might have like a little cup in there, that you can manipulate. Did I look up just coffee? I think I did, didn't I? Yeah, so I mean, sometimes if you have a design where you can manipulate things or separate things out, that'd be great. I just didn't really see one. These are cute. I mean, those would actually be very cute. So I'm just gonna use a heart like I had originally thought. I looked up paper cup. I looked up all kinds of, you can see what I was looking at. So there you go. But let's do heart. There are a lot of hearts to choose from. And I really want something that's going to be decorative, but also look at this ugly actual like heart. And this is again free. So and I do own paper cups or like a latte cup. I know from my art philosophy or like my close to my heart things, I know for sure those had coffee related things. But I'm looking for something. Oh, Cupid. What's funny? Did I already pass it? There was one. Look at this. I mean, even a free bag. Like totally. And this bag has that little brim that you can bring down. Isn't that sweet? And it has all these things that are free. That's a cute cut file, to be honest. You can manipulate that too. I was looking for, and it was here before. What happened? Maybe I passed it. This one. I think this one will be cute. So let's start with that guy. And I guess I have to press the plus sign. This is 4 inches by 3 inches. I probably want it to be bigger than that because we're going to do a few things. This is going to be a big project. Well, maybe it doesn't have to be, but I do want to make it, again, like a box in here somewhere. So you really need it to be a pretty good size for that to happen. And I think I'm going to make it a box so that it comes around here. And possibly as one piece is what I'm thinking. So 5 by 4. Looks like this inner area can be a couple inches. Okay, that's fine. I'm going to go ahead and duplicate this right now just to have an original. And what I want to do is separate this little guy out. And I'm going to want to duplicate just that by itself too, just to have that too. And, oh, no. Okay, yeah. So right now, see, this, the way it's highlighting is it's grouped, right? So we want to ungroup it so that I can manipulate this guy. Let's ungroup that too. Okay. What? I should be able to just move these guys by themselves now. Okay, this too. Is this ungrouped? Let's ungroup that too. Or maybe that's the one I had first touched. Remember I first said ungroup and then I was like, hey, what happened? Yeah, everything's ungrouped right now. Okay, well, no, those are still grouped. Come on. No, I want to ungroup. Thank you. Okay. If you can grab one at a time, then you know they're ungrouped. Okay, there you go. So we have that, and then I'm going to... Okay, so sorry about the quick edit. I just wanted to pause because something about this wasn't quite what I was wanting, so I'm just going to start over. But yeah, all our pieces are separate, right? So you can manipulate everything separately. So we have this base piece, and I want to make it an offset. So let's do an offset on that. 1/4 inch. I mean, that's kind of a lot. Let's do 0.175. I don't know. Okay, so 1.175 is what I would want to do. So I'm going to apply that. And then I'm going to move this guy because, again, that's our original. This is what's going to be our, like, box base. But I'm going to attach a piece to this so that the box base is going to be squared off. And then this can still sit on top of this and it'll look nice. So let's get a shape. Let's do a square. And I'm going to bring this down like here. But I want to make this into a slightly smaller, more like a rectangle. So at the very front of this thing. And you see how I'm lining it up with the very base? Because I want that to be the very bottom. And then this guy can just be here and we'll do like a... it'll be fine. I just need these pieces. So just kind of line that up wherever you think that should be. And maybe I'll highlight both of these guys and let's line it center. There we go. And then with these guys already highlighted, I'm going to combine them to reunite that. So it's one piece. And you can imagine later when I bring this here, let me bring it to front. This is going to sit on top. And then we'll have our little Cupid guy still too on the box front. And it'll be cute. And see how this lines up so that we can even shorten this if you wanted to. You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to get it much closer to the little heart point, but I think that's okay. So essentially this will be the very base of this guy, if that makes sense. So let's move that over. And so I want another one of these, and let me think with my brain here, because if I just flip it, when we go and bring it back up. Okay, because this is asymmetrical. I don't know if you can tell. See how this one's touching the top, but this is kind of down here. So I want to duplicate that. And I think I just want to flip it vertically. And that should be okay when I bring it back up, yeah. And then how deep do you want this? So this here, like I said, we're going to score it. Let's bring this back over here so we can have an idea of where we want our score lines. We're going to score it like right here, I think. So that doesn't leave too much. Okay. So let's see here. I'm just going to bring this down. And I'm going to bring in another shape. How thick do you want that? 1 inch, 1.5. This is why I give these things free, because if I'm not explaining it well, at least, you know, you score it there. Okay, let's bring this down some more. How wide is that? 1 inch, 2 inch, and this guy's going to be up on here. Bring to front. We score it there. Okay. I think that's good. And then I'm just going to highlight these. And I want to align them center. There we go. And now I'm going to just combine it down here. I'm going to weld them. So it's one piece. I have no idea how big this is. But you know, it's within our size range. So that's good. We don't want to make it larger than like 12 inches unless you have paper that's larger than 12 inches. Okay. And let me shrink this down a little bit so we can see this better. So let's bring this guy up here. Oh my gosh, bring to front. And we're going to create our box inside. So let's rotate this guy. He needs to be just flipped vertically and bring to front. And that's if you want to decorate both sides. You don't have to decorate the front and the back, you know. But I think that'll look cute with this one. Okay, cool. So we need score lines in here. So let's grab a shape. Score line. And it only has to be 2 inches wide, right? This is 2 inches wide, I think. So let's just go back here and say 2 inches wide. And let's go ahead and rotate that 90 degrees. And we want to duplicate it. And let me make this background piece a different color, just so we can see the score lines better. So let's just say white. Okay, so we have this thing lined up really well here. We need this to be the same. So I'm either eyeballing this or I'm actually going to, you know, do my numbers here. But where is that? Let's see where that is. Okay. So over here under more, you can see exactly where it is. And on the X, it's at 1.6 something, but in this one's 4.2. Let's say 4.25, because that'll be exactly 4.25. And then this one, basically we want it to be exactly the same distance. Oh, you know what we can do? Okay, let's do this just to make sure. Let me get this out of the way. So we have it at 4.25 and 1.69 on the x-axis. That part isn't as critical. I'm going to highlight all this and I'm going to attach. Ugh, I don't want to combine it. I just want to... What the heck? Why did it do that? That's weird. Let's do detach. Okay, let me just say undo. I don't know why I turned everything... Really? Why is that doing... What is happening? Do you guys happen to know why this is flashing? That is so weird. It's telling me there's a problem here. You see that? Okay, let me detach. I've been doing undo and it's still not. What is going on? I'm just gonna delete that. I don't even know what. Why are we having this issue? I don't know. I'm gonna delete that. I'm gonna delete this. Thank goodness we still have one of these guys. So I'm gonna duplicate this a couple times. Okay, I don't want this here anyway right now. So I just want to make sure we were good. So let me move this over here. No. I want to attach. Okay. Now I'm gonna... Okay. What are we doing? Why is there two score lines? That is so weird. Okay, whatever. Now I'm gonna turn this guy over. Sorry guys. We're gonna rotate it 180. which is weird. And like I said, I don't really care about this part. I just want this line to be at 4.25 again. So I'm going to line it up there. Go to more, 1.6, whatever, fine. But 4.25, I was very close. I had to bring it to front, but that's okay. Let's highlight this again. Actually, no, I better not. Let's bring the score line to front, which is really annoying. Bring to front. Put this back. And let's just make sure she's where we wanted her, and I didn't move it at all. 4.25, 1.6. I think the one said 4.9, right? Or whatever. That part doesn't really matter. Okay, we're going to highlight this whole thing again, and we're going to attach. So all the score lines should be attached. Now let me see how big this score line actually is. That's the only thing that's going to be a little bit guesswork here, guys. Oh my gosh, come on. I'm trying to line this up somewhere where I can see pretty well. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's an inch, and I would say an inch and 1/8, right? Doesn't that look like an inch and 1/8? I think we're just going to have to fudge it and be happy with that. So let's bring this to front so I can see what that looks like. Oh, that's the other one. Sorry. Let's just flip this guy back around. Let's rotate it back 180 where I had it. So that would be there, right? You see how that lines up, and then we'll have the score line right here. And I was just trying to make a platform for this. And then this guy, we're going to flip it vertically, and we're going to bring it to front so we can see that again. Sorry, I hope this makes sense for you guys when you go to make your own projects, because that's all I'm working for, like to make it so that this makes sense for you guys. Obviously, you can put this little guy wherever you want. He can be like this or sideways or more sideways, whatever. When you're done, you don't have to manipulate it right now. But how cute is that? And if you want little guy on the back, you can also do that. And again, I'm going to flip him vertical, because if you want him to be matchers, you have him there. You can imagine when you fold this up in the other direction, his little hairs and stuff should still match up. I don't know. If you want to flip them in a different direction, horizontally or whatever, do whatever you like. I don't think I'll decorate the front and the back because that's just a lot for me, but I will leave the things here so that you can do that. I don't think we're going to need this anymore. So, okay, let's just move all these things off, because one more thing we're going to do is create the inside of the box. Now, I can create 2 pieces, or I can create a piece that goes along the bottom. I'm thinking we're just going to create 2 pieces that go up the side, and actually that would work out really well, because we don't need to, well, we do need to worry about this, but they're going to go up the side. So I need a shape. This is always the fun part, guys. And if I'm going to make this super basic, I'm going to make it so that it doesn't even have any kind of nuanced anything to it. So all we need is a shape. We need it to be as wide as this. So we said that was 1 inch, right? We're talking about like 1 in, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 and 1/8 inch wide plus ½ inch glue tabs. So let's think about this. Let's undo this. 1.125 wide, so 2.125, and we're gonna put some tabs in there. And then how tall do we need this to be? So if we're here, I'm just trying to find a number that makes it easy to see what's going on. Okay, guys, oh my goodness, I thought I miscounted, so I paused, but I'm sorry. So okay, so we have 2.125. We had unlocked it because we're gonna mess with this a little bit. So again, an inch point, and 1/8, so the 0.125. 0.125 is 1/8 of an inch. If you're working with 16s, you'd want 0.0625. But anyway, and then ½ inch glue tabs. And then how high do we want this? So I'm trying to line this up somewhere I can see pretty well. So that's, a nice dark line I can see. So that's 2 inches, because 5, 4, that's 2 inches. 2.5. Oh no, that's a full 3. Okay. So 1, 2 to 3 inches. 3 inches tall? Let's say that. So let's say 3 inches tall. 3. We don't relock this because that's not going to work for us. Let's go ahead and change this to white because we want it to be the same. I mean, at least I do. I don't know if you want the sides to be a different color. And then let's go ahead and just move this out of the way so we can put this over here and get ourselves some score lines. We're almost done, guys. I know this can be painful. You know, we want this 3 inches tall because that's how tall those things are. I'm not putting a tab at the bottom. I'm just going to line it up against this bottom piece, and things shouldn't fall out. I mean, if you're just gluing it together. So that's up to you. If you want to make it so that there's a tab at the bottom, go for it. And I need 2 of these. And we're going to take this one and line it up at 1/2 inch. So I'm just, oh, it looked like I did it exactly. I don't know if you noticed that. But nope, there's a little extra. So yeah, it's always good to double check. So 1/2 inch on the x-axis. And y should be at 0. I don't know why this thing... I don't like the way it buries things at the top where you can't see. It's really kind of annoying, but okay. And then over here, this one's going to be a funny one because we have that little extra 0.125, right? So, yeesh. Okay. Actually, let's do the same thing we did last time and not have to do the math. So let's highlight those. Let's attach them. And then I'm just going to flip this, to be honest. I'm going to flip it horizontal because it's the same shape anyway. You know, it's symmetrical. I'm going to bring this over here and line this up at 0.5. And that just makes it easier than trying to negotiate that little 0.125 bit. So 0.5 and 0 on the y-axis. Oh my gosh. And of course it send it to back. So let's highlight that, bring to front. Ugh. And let's just make sure it's still where we want it. Okay. I'm going to highlight everything and attach again. And then we need 2 of these. We need 2 sides. So this is our full project, guys. We have that. We have this guy that's going to be there. We have this one that's going to be here. And that's if you want. You don't have to, again, put these things on both sides. This guy here and this little guy here. And I mean, if there's some writing you want to do, you can definitely write on here like love ya or whatever, or to whoever from, you can do all of that. I don't need this one anymore, I don't believe. So I'm just going to delete it. Now this is going to be a little box that just kind of stands on its own. That's why you put a flat base. But if you want, you can pop some little holes in here. Like just get a circle, like a shape. Get a circle, make it really small. I'll just show you what I mean. Just make it really tiny. And, you know, put one wherever you think it should go. So I would, you know, put one here and put one on the other side or whatever. And then you can put handles on it, right? You're going to need to do that. So it goes through the whole project though. So I've showed you in other videos how to do that. You can manipulate that. This one is going to be a little stand-up kind of thing. That's what I was looking for. And then what else was I going to say? Yeah, so the reason I flip these images is because when I fold this back up, I wanted it to be symmetrical. If I just horizontally flipped it or did it a different way, it might not be, it wouldn't line up when I go to fold it, okay? So that's kind of the things I have in mind. The last thing you're going to do whenever you do a project like this is we're going to highlight everything. And we're going to not attach because that does something else. You're going to group them. Okay, if I attached it, they would all melt into each other, possibly. So now we have this whole thing. So, you know, you're like, oh, I like that, but I want it bigger. Okay, just grab it and drag it and make it bigger, you know, or grab it and drag it and make it smaller. I mean, it's going to be really small, but it's up to you, whatever you want to do with it. But now everything's moving at the same time. Now, I did mess with that quite a bit, so I'm just going to say undo, undo, and undo one more time. And that was my original project size, so it's just over 9 inches, so, you know. In total, the actual little project is going to be just over 4 inches tall, as you can see there. And so now I'm going to save it. And, oh, I already saved it as, because I was still working on it. So let's redo that. Well, actually, I can just rename it later. Okay, so that's my project. So we're going to go and make it, guys. And that is it. For any material, you know, confirm. All these are going to be cut at once. The little cupids and then the hearts. And see how the hearts are different. And that's because of the way we want to decorate them and then you know, put them together so that they look nice on both sides. Again, I don't know if I'll do both hearts. Maybe I'll do both hearts. I probably only do one cupid. And if you only want one cupid, like I could have gone back over here and deleted one. Like I can go cancel and say I don't want like this one from the back. just delete it. And then I'm going to go click make. And now I can still do the thing. You're manipulating it, but the file is still going to have both cupids because that's just how it is. So, okay, let's go cut this. And I'm just going to go to my machine. It's going to be really simple. You're going to want to put in your scoring tool and your trimmer, obviously the blade, which always stays there, but you're going to pop in your scoring tool. And that's it. So let's just put it together. I'll meet you at my machine. Okay, I will say I probably could have done this when I was on the phone. I do want to use, on the phone, recording, A2 size piece of paper, and I can change the material size right here, and it should work out. Or I can just grab this and don't even bother with it and just say this is where I want this to cut, because now I know it's within that parameter. Or over here, you just change your material size, right, to, you know, A2 size, which is somewhere on here, there, 8.5 by 11, and it would do it for me, right? So either one. But just know when you do that and you're like, oh, that's not going to work. It'll work. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so this stuff is pretty much heavyweight cardstock. I did choose heavy cardstock, and I should cut it twice. If it doesn't, then we're in trouble, because this stuff needs to be cut twice. I've figured out other ways, like acetate. Sometimes it'll run it twice, and other settings that you can choose. So on my machine, I just put custom, and then we'll see. I'll let you guys know. But I have my scoring tool in and all that, and that's what it's doing right now. I'll be back. Okay, perfect. So that setting is cutting twice. Let's see if it cuts 3 times. Oh, it cuts 3 times. That's perfect. Yeah, you know, a lot of times with the little turn knob, it's not exactly the one you want. Even poster board only cuts once, and I'm like, okay. So on here, I just chose heavyweight. I think it said 250 GSM. I'd rather do 310, but that's fine. I'll let you know exactly what the setting said in just a moment. I already forgot. Okay, so that's cut. And again, just, you know, I think the 3 passes was like perfect. Look at that. I was going to stop it at 2, and I went to check my paper, and it was still actually attached a little bit. So I'm like, oh, okay, that definitely needs 3 passes. The next one is the Cupid, and I want to see something. I have this black piece of cardstock. Oh, it's stuck back here. And I don't know if it's going to be big enough. That's all I'm trying to see. Yeah, I need another different piece. Okay, so I'll run that. And then I'm also using, and this is also heavyweight cardstock. So I'll leave it at the heavyweight. Let me tell you what it says. It's the one that says heavy cardstock, 100 pound, 270 GSM. And that worked fine. It runs it 3 times. So the way you do that is custom material. You can go in here, and then you can even look for more of them, but I have those bookmarked for a reason. I think this one cuts twice, and this one cuts 3 times. And so foil acetate does twice, I believe. And then you can browse all materials if you just want to change it completely. But that's good for me. Okay, I'm just going to run the last 2. The second thing, or the next one, the third one, would be this paper. It's from the Sweet Sunshine paper pack from Diamond Press, which I love, and I think it's on clearance on HSN. I'm going to cut this out for the pink heart part. So I'll be back when all the pieces are cut. I will say while that one's cutting, I'm like, oh, it didn't score. No, it did. It's just super faint. So I don't know if it's because of the paper. I pushed it all the way in. That's crazy. I do see the score lines, but they're like, I know you can't even see them, but they are there. Weird. I'm probably just going to score it on my tool, but yeah, I don't know what that's about. They're so faint. Okay, well, this is still cutting. Again, super faint lines, and I'm not sure what that's about, and I'm so sorry about this lighting. So I'm just following this line right there, and then the other one is right there too, right here. And I can see them in real life. I don't know why it's so hard, but I was trying to fold them on there just to see, and it just is not scored at all. So I'm just gonna make my own, again, like reinforce those. Okay, and if this happens to you, all I did is, I have this blue line here, so all I did was line up the line that was already there, but I kind of, start at the top and at the bottom, making sure it's on that same blue line, and then I went ahead and scored it. Okay. Okay, guys, so I'll just say done, we're done. Again, I'll rename this, obviously, and I'll have it linked down there for you guys if you would like to try it out. I think I used this to make a shaker for you guys years ago, too. The same cut file, or at least the same Cupid. I don't know, it might have been a different cut file. Design, should I say. So you have that. Cute. And just so you know, with your Cricuts and all these things, you can cut going in this way, right? And these are some inexpensive ones I get on Amazon. And you can also cut going in the opposite direction. So, you know, use the whole thing, because I know sometimes it'll start getting less sticky over here, because this is the one I always typically put my paper. But you can always turn the mat around and it's the same thing. It'll just take it in the same way and just, you know, use it that way. Okay, so this is going to be really quick. I will say for this one, I did the acetate, foiled acetate. It cuts twice. It cuts around twice, and that worked perfectly for this paper. And then, yeah, so if you have anything heavier weight, you want to do like I said, the 270 GSM, which is a weird number, but okay. Or 100 pound or whatever it said. So I did reinforce my score lines because, like I said, it just kind of did them funny. So again, 1/2 inch on these guys. And if you want to take a moment to really use a scoring tool to score them, go for it. And then these guys, again, we had one going one way, one going the other way, so that they would line up perfectly. You see what I'm saying? See how it's like asymmetrical? So this is high and low here. This is high on the other side, low here, because we're going to turn it and stick it here. So it's not the same as just flipping it. I hope that makes sense. That's why I did it the way I did, so it would look right when you go to stick it down. So let's do that. So I'm just going to put some glue, and I'll glue the other side on the same way. I mean, you can definitely put dimensionals. You don't have to glue it down with just glue. It could be dimensional, which is very cute. Maybe I'll do dimensionals. Well, this guy's more delicate. No, we can still put dimensionals on him too. Maybe we'll do that. Okay, let me glue the other one exactly the same. I'll probably put him on last, since I do want to maybe put some dimensionals behind his head and then down here, so let's just leave that. Excuse me. And then these guys, again, I didn't nuance them at all. I just left it because it just takes a little more time on the Cricut to like make them more perfect. But I'm just going to put one down the side right here. Right? So lining it up to the score line. Right up. Same thing on the other side. There you go. Again, just lined up right against the edge. So hopefully that makes sense. I know maybe hopefully when you saw in the thumbnail made sense already when I was describing it as I was creating it. But in my mind, I figured it would just go up the very side, and then you pop in whatever treats in there. So, cute. It looks like something like, ooh, the little sugary sticks, those little like, I don't know, they have them at See's Candy, but they're just peppermint. But you know what I'm saying? Those ones that are like different flavors, that'd be really cute in there. Maybe some Tutti Frutti ones. And right now I do have some lint candies that are Valentine related, so maybe I'll grab those. I'll go grab those. See how they work out. I think they'll be just fine. And I'm using this side, and again, just lining it up at the bottom as best we can. That looks really good. That side looks good. And then I need to push it out a little bit from this other side just to really line it up. I can see that. And so I'm just going to take a tool to help me push it out. And then push back. There we go. All right. Let's let that set up. Okay, so let's just pop a couple of dimensionals behind this guy. I mean, if you have die cuts, say like love or happy Valentine, whatever, you know, you can do all kinds of different things. So I just want these pieces up here. And we'll just glue it down at the base. And I mean, so many things you can do. Like I said, if you want to pop little holes, you can even pop the holes afterward. If you don't want to design it, you know, in Design Space, like take my file and then add the little holes, you can just pop them with your Crop-A-Dial. It doesn't have to be too technical, you know. Let me see where this touches. We don't want to get too much glue. I do want that down, though, because it's more delicate. Something like that. And then how cute is that? You can be here. So that... It's early in the morning. My oldest son woke up singing, coming out of his room singing, you know. These are good things. We have that. I did bring out some twine, because I thought to put like a little... bow, but you know what? I don't know where I would put it. You know what I'm saying? Like on his little bum. I don't know. If up here for no reason, and here it doesn't really make sense. So I'm not going to do it. But there you go. I think that looks really cute. So let me go grab some candy, and we'll see how that works. Okay. So like I said, a friend of mine here had mentioned that she was waiting for the strawberry lints to come out, and they are out. And then this time I saw this, and I don't know if they've always been making these dark chocolate ones, but my kids like dark chocolate. It's not my favorite, but I will eat them if I'm forced to. No, I'm just kidding. You know what? I don't want to cut it open. I'm just going to open it up. So let me grab a few and I'll be right back. Okay, so let's pop those in. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Let's see how many you can hold. If you really squish them in there, I mean, that's one thing. It looks like you can hold 4, maybe probably 5 lints. That's so funny. I grabbed 5 and I wasn't sure. Looks like I grabbed 3 and 2. I mean, they would fit in there. Maybe I would say 4 just to keep them safe, but I think you can get 5 in there. And then if you want to put this in a little gift bag, right? Like those little Dollar Tree cellophane type bags, that'd be really cute. But you guys, I mean, honestly, if you put this in a cellophane and then added even some other things outside, maybe some little stationery things or like a cute puffy pen or whatever, cute. Or even put the stationery in here, right? I'm just showing you candy, but it has a really nice height to it, so hopefully you can see that. And the actual project, let me see here, is, again, you can stretch it out up until just shy of 12 inches because you know the Cricut won't let you cut actually 12 inches in height or width there. It is 4 inches tall, basically. And, I mean, 5 1/4 maybe at the widest. Cute. And then these guys, excuse me. So, yeah, super cute. Again, I'm already tongue-tied even though I took a pause because I was tongue-tied. Anyway, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you like the file. I'll have it linked there for free. Again, I made it so that this little guy, if you put him on the back, he'll be the same, like in the same direction. You know what I'm saying? It'll match up just like this matches up, see? And it could have been lopsided if we had done it incorrectly. But anyway, all right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.